Hey, I'm Miss Jennifer with Vieske Cosmetology School, and I'm the Director of Education here. And I want to take a moment to talk about our kids and maybe some other people that are coming up and wanting career changes, and maybe you might know somebody that needs a little bit of more information about what a trade school is, right? Cosmetology is basically like a trade school as well. So, it's not a 2-year college. It's not a 4-year college. We're very familiar with those. And typically once somebody comes out of high school, that seems to be the route that most students feel like that they are supposed to be going, right? That's what we've been told all our lives. The nice thing about it is that people who are coming out of school right now, their parents typically, a lot of them are entrepreneurs from generations from before. So they don't really see, what their parents had to go through and maybe what their options were. And did they do, a 2-year or 4-year school, or did they do trade? But a lot of them are entrepreneurs, and so they don't see their parents with a lot of debt and things like that. So, these students that are coming up are very fearful of debt. And I want to just first say that, debt is not, financially it is not there, and debt is not there to scare anybody. It's an avenue, it's a pathway to help you get to where you want to go. Where debt becomes an issue is when you do not pay your loans back. If you are choosing to borrow loans, then obviously borrowing means they're not yours. That means they have to go back, right? So keeping that in mind and not being bitter about that at all is really, really important, and making sure that you're doing the right thing. Paying back student loans, there's so many options, right? You just got to check into that and know, do you need to refinance them? Do you need to contact the company? Do you need to spread out your payments? Like, what are the options? And they do have so many, they want to help you, right? So they're not the bad guys, right? They are just the bad guys when you're not making your payments. Okay. So, don't fear that debt when that comes around. Or don't let that keep you from pursuing your dreams. So I do want to talk to you about teaching your kids about a skilled trade and alternative options to making a good income and having low debt. Okay, it's not always about having a degree. So let's talk first about the bachelor degree that this guy has that also has a law degree, right? He owes over $250,000 in student loans, but he works at a law office and he brings in $130,000 annually, okay? So this is pretty typical, standard, right? Pathway, I guess you can say. And average, I would say average, okay? I'm not trying to say too high or too low, and I'm not trying to argue with anybody if it's very different. This is just an analogy, okay? And then you've also got someone who is a guy that's a high school graduate, but he doesn't have any college education, okay? So this guy works as an electric lineman. He has 0 in student loans, and he earns about $160,000 annually, okay? So here's 2 scenario situations that are different, okay? You got someone who went to a 2-year, 4-year college, right? However they pursued that. And then you also have someone who went to a trade school to learn something specific about being an electric lineman. And I just want you to know that there are lucrative options through trade schools. This is the beauty of being in a trade school, or the beauty of being in cosmetology, is that you have the ability to be super independent, and you also have the ability to dictate how much money you really want to make, right? And also keeping a very low debt. So if you are interested in either one of these, or kind of talking a little bit more about this, I think it's very important to inform the younger generation and the generations in between, because again, they need help too. And also people who may be wanting to change their careers and don't really know whether it's beneficial to do it or not. I'm telling you that in a trade school, if you're passionate about what you do, you're committed to what you're doing, you can really be very successful and make a lot of money, especially in the beauty industry. The beauty industry is not going anywhere for a very long time, and I don't mean that in a negative way. What I'm saying is that we're going to be around for a very long time after COVID stuff. People need it more now than ever, because it's one of those industries that can make or break somebody's spirit, and I've always said that. So, everybody, when you look better, you feel better, right? So that's going to be super important in our industry, and I think that's something that a lot of people have already learned and come to the conclusion of. So if you want to get in touch with me, I would love to talk to you more about it. Email me at info@vieskecosmetology.com. Again, email me at info@vieskecosmetology.com. Again, my name is Miss Jennifer. What I'll do is I will send you my cell phone number. We can text, we can email, we can FaceTime, we can, whatever form of communication works best for you. I'll be happy to do that. I just want you to make an educated decision about what it is that you're doing and what you want, and know that you're making the best decision possible for you. And I really want to make sure that, you have all the information to do that, because so many times people go in blind and there's not enough people that look out for the person, the student who's coming in and investing a lot of money in their education. And I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste your money. If it's not going to be 100% coming from you, then why would we want you doing that, right? So let's figure out where you need to be, what you want to do, and even if it's not with us, let me help you, okay? And I'll be happy to chat with you. So email me, info@vieskicosmetology.com. I'll send you my cell phone number. And again, my name is Miss Jennifer, and I'm the Director of Education here at Vieski Cosmetology School. Thanks.